We are live. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dark Souls 1. Back in the Faith Run. And as the title suggests, our objective today is SEN'S Fortress right here. Sorry, preview bugged out for me for a sec. Now, usually this place don't give me too much issues. We'll see if that remains true this run. How much damage does this do? +5 Divine Claymore is not bad at all. Especially with the amount of faith we have. Oh. Alright, my skill, on the other hand, seems to be the issue. I know that normally I don't get too much hassle with SEN'S Fortress, but we'll see if this run's an exception. Oh yeah, we should also empty out our inventory a little bit so that we can, you know, balance out what's going on. Oh, we don't have a bottomless box. Do you sell one of those, Andre? Because if not, we can run to the Undead Merchant real quick, but I prefer to just buy one here. He does not have a bottomless box. Buy a repair box, buy a smith box, buy a smith box. Alright, let's go get our bottomless box. And then actually do SEN'S Fortress, because we're going to want to cycle through gear instead of having multiple things on the same tab right now. Just because if we throw, like, the Astora sword there, and I think we start back rolling. Oh, no, we don't. We actually don't. Okay. What about the Falchion? I should have checked which one's heavier. 2.5... Okay, yep. So long as the Astora straight sword doesn't... Nice. At least with this gear. Bottomless box will let us use more, like, standard armors. That's a jumping attack. Very jumping attacks. Our damage does seem, like, really good for the area, at least from my last run's experience. I was having a lot harder time with those guys on my sorcery run that I did last time I played through Dark Souls 1. You just have so much range. There we go. I need to remember that I also have heal on me so that I don't have to chug on my Estus when we're not in combat. Yeah, we have way too much large Titanite shards. I love that Scorpion. With the man serpent. Why did I say scorpion? Alright, and we will do the thing that I usually like to do here with this doorway. Get him a little wounded. Wait for him to do his big attack that'll break the door. Oh. Never mind, I thought the thrust was long. No, it's the stab. There we go. Managed to get him to clip it. Since we have the master key, we can just go ahead and open Big Hat's. I don't think there's anything we need in particular that requires the Big Hat questline, but the crest rings don't apply to miracles, do they? No, they don't, because you need the ring of the firstborn for that. I think that's how it works in all of the Souls games, is that there's a specific ring for it. We will progress Sieg guards. Oh my god. I didn't know there was 2 serpents down here. What the fuck? Hey there, Army Productions. Nice to see you again. Back to this guy. Our Lycan attacks have more reach, so I think we can rely on them to get through these guys. Or at least rely on them more than we can our heavies. Just because reach matters a whole lot when it comes to these enemies. Don't have to fight this guy down here. I don't remember if this serpent spawns again now. Wait, is there not 2 serpents down here now? They're dead.
Oh, forgive me. I am full of dinosaurs, so here I'm weighing.
Alright, we got Siegward out of the way. Or is it Siegmeyer in this one? I always mix up the Dark Souls 3 and 1 Katarina guy. I want to say this one's Siegmeyer and the other one is Siegward, but... Oh, fuck. That killed me?! I'm not used to it double hitting. Come on. Let's get at least one of you with the trap. Oh, fuck you guys. I've never had them just run past that. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose the 1v1 out here. Onion the first? I guess that is a good way to not mix them up. Onion the first and Onion the second. Unfortunately, there's no Onion the third, but, you know. Win some, lose some. No dying to big rolling ball this time. Ah. Hold on, the Claymore has the rolling stab in this game? Is that just Greatsword moveset, or is that specifically Claymore in this game? So I know they added that to Ultra Greatswords in Elden Ring. That's their roll attack now. Yeah, we have to stop here. And then we're gonna have to stop at the second one. Do you guys have a favorite armor set in Dark Souls 1? I'm not sure what drip we want to use for this run, so... So I'm a little interested in hearing what people want to see drip-wise. What do you normally wear in Dark Souls 1? Depends on the greatsword, but the standard ones do have that. Okay. I've never, I was never really a greatsword person in the Souls games. I tended to be a more of a straight sword halberd kind of guy. Dark Sun usually. Oh yeah, we're gonna be able to. Yeah, I need to get Sunlight Blade, so I'm gonna have to kill Gwendolyn. Smart idea. Oh my god. Scared the shit out of myself. Oh, let's not go down that. Smose. I suppose Smose is also a possibility. I don't think I'm gonna get my endurance high enough to wear that not fat roll, though. Oh no, the falchion is a pretty light weapon, so... I guess there's always a chance. Oh great, I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead! No, 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 no. Get up faster. Get up faster, Chosen Undead. Jesus Christ. Xanathus is also cool. Gold King, good old King and Yellow reference. I really enjoyed invading for that fight in Demon Souls. Some people don't like the mechanic because you get people who like make like bullshit twink one-shot builds. And those make the fight like really, really hard, but I think it's fun to see the type. I think it's a fun way to have PvP. I think that they should bring back bosses like him and the Mirror Knight from Dark Souls 2, where other people can engage with the fight. I think Mirror Knight's probably a more fair way to balance it, because if you're rocking a build with like decent damage, then you are going to have enough damage to pretty much skip the point in which he's able to invade people, but I don't know, maybe that's a bad thing though, because then you're putting it so that the people who are most likely to get invaded are the people who aren't so good at build crafting. If you put it this way and then you go down to Old Monk with the Spear that breaks equipment is silly. Oh yeah.
Perhaps I could try.
Okay, no special dialogue. Oh yeah, Dark Souls 3 has the ringed city boss fight. Yeah, my knowledge when it comes to Dark Souls 3 is, you know, I've got a pea brain when it comes to Dark Souls 3. I am really excited to play through it again for that reason, because I've probably said it 50 times in different streams, but when Dark Souls 3 came out, I was in like my hipster phase of life. So I saw how beloved Dark Souls 3 was and was like, oh well, I'm the person that doesn't like Dark Souls 3 because Dark Souls 3 just copies Dark Souls 1 so much, and I like how unique Dark Souls 2 is, and I still do hold Dark Souls 2 in the highest regards. I mean, that maybe is because it was the first one that I actually fully played through, but I definitely think that I gave Dark Souls 3 way too much flack. And maybe that's because I didn't truly do a faith build my first time around. I didn't go with my go-to. I forgot how that one worked, so I kind of just winged it. Glad it worked out. But yeah, I mean, unless I've played a lot of Elden Ring, I don't think there's an invasion boss fight in Elden Ring. If I'm wrong, please let me know, because I would like it if there was. Oh my god. I am not used to the great swords at all in Dark Souls 1. I've always been I mean, Dark Souls, the last playthrough I did of Dark Souls 1 was rapier spear focused. I don't know, how's falchion damage compare? What are we looking at here? Big difference in damage. I don't know, maybe better attack rate? Come to like Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 3, just of how much stuff it does to not make me enjoy it. I basically did the run you're doing there, and it was so miracles are nerfed. I usually go for a faith run my first run, but Dark Souls 3, I got the Artorias Abyss Watchers weapons and then the Great Sword of Artorias, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna do an Artorias build instead this time around. I don't know, it was okay, but I wasn't too big of a fan of it. And then after that, I forgot that I hadn't actually finished a run of miracles and faith stuff, and so I tried to do sorcery. And I can, as somebody who's done a sorcery run of Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 and Elden Ring, say that Dark Souls 3 does its very best to make sorcery miserable in the early game. Hold on, actually, though, when don't you get the lightning spear? Like, don't you get the basic lightning spear, like, way later in the game than in most of the series in Dark Souls 2, though? Or is my memory mixing up with Sunlight Spear or Great Lightning Spear? Because I want to say that you get the basic lightning spear at Lothric Castle before the Twin Princes. Basic Lightning Spear works differently. The main damage is ranged now, and most of the spears are in-game stuff. Or Covenant Farms. Yeah. Covenant Farms are kind of an issue for certain builds in all of the games. Don't get me started on Wrath of Gods in Dark Souls 2. Your best bet for that, even I want to say even during peak player count hours, is waiting until New Game Plus Plus, because you need to win, I want to say, like 500 invasions in order to get Wrath of the Gods in Dark Souls 2. Dark Moonblade is... I remember that with Dark Moonblade in Dark Souls 3. So you have to do the Dark Moon Covenant. I definitely have to agree that Dark Souls 3 does a lot of stuff to make itself less enjoyable. Fair, I don't mind that, because in Dark Souls 1, Wrath is genuinely Yeah, yeah. A lot of miracles as a whole in Dark Souls 2 were really busted on release, so... I would recommend anybody to check out the damage of pre-nerf lightning spears in Dark Souls 2. Or if you have the skill set and know-how, just unpatch the game. Give it a spin yourself for a little bit. Because they were like goofy strong. Oh, there we go. There's nothing back here other than a way to fight him. Nope. Okay. Now we go to the bonfire so that we don't have to worry about dying. Actually made it through the most fortressy parts of SEN'S Fortress. Let's go down here and kill the Baldur Slag Knights. Ooh, I was way off with my parry timing there. Drinking my water real quick. Scared myself with Dark Souls 2 muscle memory there. I tapped B instead of pressing down and holding B. Or circle. That's weird. For everything else, my brain immediately goes to PlayStation. When it comes to Dark Souls specifically, because my first playthroughs were on Xbox, usually I default to saying Xbox controls. Yeah, they're both real. Requirements for recards in this one, 20. Appreciate them making the, like, long animation locked version the second hit of the combo. I don't know, what's your go-to Souls games builds? I said mine was Faith. Kinda go-to builds do my current watchers default to? There was something we wanted from him. I'm tripping.
Nothing at all. Fine then.
I have a list on Tier List Maker, and so whenever I play DS1, I check one weapon I haven't done yet and just go with that one. Currently at like 51. Damn! It's like a more intense version of the Chase the Bro weapon showcases. Page key. That jump always makes me super nervous. For some reason I remember there being a pincer attack there. There's nothing back here, right? Funniest part, this Zweihander is at the bottom just because I did not enjoy the... I know, I remember people used to go on and on about how good Giant Dad is, but I'm also just not too big a fan of the moveset. I picked it up on this playthrough because when I was double checking what faith weapons there were, I was like, well, most of them have really insane requirements. Let me try out some of the ones that people recommend making divine. A lot of people are like, Zweihander or Claymore tend to be pretty good infused. I was like, oh, okay, I'll give Zweihander a spin, and yeah, I'm not a fan of the moveset. And on top of that, it has crazy stamina consumption. Plus, a lot of the other strength weapons are just kind of better. Yeah, the club... club is a go-to for anything strength-related. Club's just good in general, even if you're not running strength. You slap a lightning infusion or a chaos infusion on the clubs, it tends to be pretty good. Please do not do your schizo mode move, please. I know not how to handle your freako. I realized I'm not in human form. Solaire isn't spawnable for the Iron Golem, is he? Oh, Gargoyle, Escaping Dragon, Ornstein Smo, Centipede Demon. Gwyn. Okay. Ooh. No Tarkuses? Okay. Just want to make sure I don't waste any of the free sunlight metals that I'm going to get. Pointless room? Pointless room. Okay. Then on to the Iron Golem. He's a big metal guy. Surely this will work good against him. Hell yeah. Do more damage if I target his foot, though. He doesn't have specific feet. Okay, it's the same. I can never get him to do that at the angles you need to for him to fall off. Need 10 for the spears? Yeah. And I know that you can get, like, 5 from summoning Solaire throughout the game. 5 or 4. And the rest of them either have to come from people summoning you or, in my case, sunlight maggots. Or not the sunlight maggots, but the ones that surround the sunlight maggot, the chaos maggot. There's 3 in a chest and on the wall. True! Yeah, down by Havel Armor. Thank you for reminding me of that. I was not looking forward to Chaos Bug Farm. But it is made a bit better by knowing that I need 3 less of them. Never have good luck with farming items in Souls games. I've never been too lucky with that. I do want Great Lightning Spear so I can compare it to Lightning Spear again. Titanite, which we don't need because I don't think there's any Faith boss weapons. Covenant Farm and DS1 passable compared to... Yeah, I agree. Especially since the amount... I feel like... I don't know the numbers on it, but I feel like the amount of Covenant items you need in Dark Souls 1 to rank up in Covenants is way less than in the other games. The restroom real quick. That's only 10. Have to run... How much is it in Dark Souls 2 to get your Sunlight Spear, Great Sunlight Spear? Or Lightning Spear, Great Lightning Spear, and then Sunlight Spear. I like how precise they are with the shield hitbox for these guys. $30 for the Covenant, although it could be $50. Oh no. Boy, do I have a grind for me coming when we get to Dark Souls 2, because I am not playing without my, Well, actually, scratch that. That shouldn't be as much of an... I don't think that'll be as big of an issue for me, though, because... I know summoning is, or at least from my experience in my most recent playthrough of Dark Souls 2, like, a month ago, summoning seemed a bit more common there than it is in this game. Like, the multiplayer is a bit more active. Open a protein bar. Okay, I just double-checked the numbers on it. So in Dark Souls 2, the Warriors of Sunlight... Instant cutoff? Require, 10 for the Sunlight Parma, 20 for the Sun Sword, and 30 for the Sunlight Spear. I forgot that you can just get the lightning spears from the cleric lady that everybody usually kicks off the map. Or not kicks, but guard breaks, pushes, or whatever. I want shields here. These guys are a bit more magic resistant, so... This gonna be better? No. Still better to use here. Funny part is the medals in 2 are dropped by the big dudes that cast Dark Orb in the Earthen Peak. Huh. I wonder who decided on that, because that does seem sort of like a backwards choice for who's gonna drop. Oh, he's gonna shut me off. Can I pull it off? Did I just save us? Did I just save us? Oh my god, I did it. He just jumped off trying to get away from that. Oh no! Cool. Sparta and stuff. Just got this as Sparted by that. We'll paint knight. Painting guardian. How are we doing on durability? Okay, we're fine. Forgot that this isn't like the hit game Dark Souls 2 where your durability fixes itself every single time you rest at a bonfire. Maybe a hot take, but I think Dark Souls 2 did durability the best. I don't mind it not being in the game in games like Elden Ring, but if it's gonna be in the game, then I want it Dark Souls 2 style where it actually like comes up frequently. And you're wanting to keep stuff like repair powder on you or learning the repair spell or anything like that. Or you could just carry multiple weapons, which I also tend to like to do. Fuck. What the fuck? Oh my god. There we go. Let's fuck it. We're just gonna. Really? Would be quicker, the durability going down in Dark Souls 3 or the internal burning out of our solar system. I know in Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, any like durability damaging items were like annoying to deal with, but it's an interesting way to play in my eyes, I guess. I don't know, it's not like a way that you're going to be interacting with everybody you come across. Dark Souls 3 seemed like they weren't sure if people would be mad if they just removed durability outright. And so they decided to go halfsies. And be like, oh, durability is in the game. It's just never gonna go down. On top of that, Dark Souls 3 does have the rest thing, right? Where when you rest at a bonfire, your durability goes back up. Yeah, so not only does it take eons to go down. What ring do you need here? Dark Moon Seance ring. Catacomb. Got it. There's no reason for us to join Blades of the Darkmoon, right? Because we can't have that and Sunlight Spear. Wait, roll into it and quit the game at the same... I'm gonna try that. Oh, okay, hold on. It's a hard command to pull off. Ah. I'm not fast enough at this, am I? No, I was already walking. Damn. Oh, the talisman we might want, actually. Well, no, we would need 10. We would need 10 for that. God. What if I roll into it and Alt F4 at the same time? Is that how you're supposed to do it? Let's see if that worked. Okay, that did not work. That's why I usually do the catacombs earlier, though. I hadn't thought about that. Luckily, I don't think we're gonna need the Dark Moon Talisman, because I think the Ivory Talisman should outperform it. Unless there's a way to easily get, a bunch of, the Covenant items. So you need the, what is it, tokens of... Souvenirs of Reprisal, that's what it is. Lautrec gives you one. Pendant to Snuggly the Crows gives you one. From Demons. Interesting. I'd never heard of the... Oh, good. Not too big of a deal anyways. Just thought it'd be interesting to run into that right now. And I thought it might be interesting to have a Sunlight Blade before... Oh, no, that'd be the biggest reason, yeah, because we could get Sunlight Blade before Ornstein and Smo. If we killed, Gwendolyn. However, I do not want to run all the way back. Might have been patched out ages ago. Fair. Damn. Alright, well, all we're gonna have between now and the next bonfire is fights, so we will rely purely on Estus. Push. Alright. See if I can do this with the same ease that I usually do. Been a little bit since I've died to these guys. Cool, that's you down. Arrow. Take some cover in a swig. Back over to kill this archer. Oop. Oh, okay. Just went for a quick heal. I thought you might pull your bow on me. I was a little worried, but... We usually do Ariandel before this. Interesting routing. I usually do Ariandel like way later on, but I guess actually right now does seem like the... You do walk right by it. I guess that makes sense. I don't know, I've never done that, but now that you're saying that, that does sound like it's probably the intended time to do it, because since you get the dialogue with the Crestfallen Knight, I feel like most people will have gone to the asylum by then. And then you go down, they'll return to the asylum, and then you'll come back, pass by the painting, see that you can touch the painting, and then... That does definitely seem like... I didn't realize we had 10 humanity! How goofy. Well, let's go ahead and pop like 3 more. You skip most of the areas with the dragon, get like 50k with... Yeah? So now we're at 6, meaning that after Ornstein and Smo, we only need to grind out 3 if we summon Solaire for Ornstein and Smo. I don't mind doing. And it's a 6% drop chance, so we should... That's a base 6% drop chance, so... It shouldn't be too bad of a grind at all. We'll speedrun that, and then we'll go get Rhea so that we can get all of the miracles. Oh, I just got invaded. Not a good time to be invaded. I need to get this Mimic dead yesterday. Cool. He's dead. I've not properly PvP'd Dark Souls 1 in forever. Dude, this guy knows the tech. Yep. GG. Yeah, I got the sunlight medals. Dark Spirit Roids is certainly a name next to my ex was a funny one in Dark Souls 3 for me. Oh. Alright, well, let's go get our stuff back. Hope that we don't get invaded by steroids again. The Havel set, just in case we want to use it for Kings. I have the Blue Acolyte mod in Dark Souls 2, so I'm used to hearing a loud systems operation noise whenever I get invaded, so the fact that that didn't play guard, I was like, did somebody break through it? But then I realized I'm not playing Dark Souls 2. I wonder if there's a way to deactivate that, because I don't like that it spoils invasions, but I do like the protection from people bricking your save. Because I have lost a Dark Souls 2 save to somebody doing that. Jump around like Tyranid warriors in Space Marine 2. Thankfully, it has not happened to me, although people have tried. 28 plus 64 Storm Rulers is an image. And somebody invades your world and then breaks the limit cap on your inventory, makes your game unplayable. It's not a pleasant time. Would not recommend going through that. Luckily, I play and replay through the games a lot, especially back then I played Dark Souls 2 all the time, so it was more of a, oh, that's fucking annoying, than it was a, like, oh, this shit actually blows. Like, it was okay, is what I'm trying to say. More of an annoyance than a game rating thing. Those all items in my Dark Souls 3 count as well? Damn. Plus 64 Storm... Oh, so somebody invaded your world and tried to put broken cap Storm Rulers in your inventory in order to break your save? Why isn't it doing the riposte there? Oh hey, one of the rare enemies. Oh god. Oh no. I invaded someone, they then clipped me through the floor and spawned those in my inventory along with rings that just said dummy and like emotes as used. Huh. That's so weird. I don't get people sometimes, man. I'm glad that they didn't actually brick your save with that, though.
What's on? Wait, Fanti. I've been warned.
I also then proceeded to clip through the world for like 5 minutes and somehow spawned at the start of Irithyll when I was invading an Anhort Londo.
Next.
Yeah, I prefer when people use their their hacking modding powers for more comical things. Like the I think one of the most popular ones is the guy who would make Dark Souls boss fights that would show up for invaders, where like one of them is like 5 dudes and they all, one of them is just gauntlets, one of them's a head, one of them's the torso, one of them's the legs. Seeing that gif makes me laugh. Wish more people had stuff like that instead of, you know, I'm gonna brick your save file. Luckily, I haven't run into much hackers like that in Dark Souls 1. Oh my god! His hitboxes suck. This guy has evil hitboxes. Anybody else seen? Yep. You seen the video? Have you seen the video where somebody broke down some of the Dark Souls hitboxes? I don't know if it was popular, but I want to say it had at least 100k. But he was showing the Titanite Demon's hitboxes, and apparently like 90% of its hitboxes are centralized on its tail, like its tail is supposed to be its main weapon. Interesting concept, but it's not worked very well in execution, especially since he has a lot of weird lingering hitboxes. Right, we'll just do the jump skip then to get back there. Yeah, right there, he's gonna hit you because of the tail. Oh my god. Taurus Demon moving hurts you, yeah. Had that happen in my Cestus only challenge run where he was incredibly low on health, and I landed on the ground, he took a step back and it did chip damage and killed me because I was low too. Ever since learning about his hitboxes, I hit this guy like 10 times worse. Especially this one in this tiny room, because, as we've seen, his attacks will just clip through the wall. Oh, good, double hit. Shouldn't have double healed there. Thankfully did all 3 fist weapons and run already. Yeah, don't recommend mixing level 1 with Cestus as your only weapon. Tried that for my first ever challenge run of Dark Souls 1, and it took a long break till I wanted to play this game again. I'm kind of thankful that video didn't end up hitting the light goal that I set for it, so I didn't have to fight Manus with that. My break for a while was Wyhander. Fair. I mean, I'm glad to see the glow up of the Cestus throughout the series. Spiked Cestus was pretty, I remember being pretty meta for a little bit for Elden Ring. It was nice to see it get better throughout the series, but its Dark Souls 1 iteration is not a fun time. Well, I imagine my perspective is a little bit biased on it because I was level 1 when I did that run. It was a weapon and level restriction. Damn, this stun locks the Silver Knights? Stagger damage on the Claymore, kind of crazy. Meanwhile, Demon Soul's Fist. Father, why is life? I haven't tried the Hand of God in it. I'm assuming because it wasn't very good in Dark Souls 1 that it probably would have been more miserable in Demon Souls. Does God Hand give you regen in Demon Souls? Because I remember Demon Souls, the main thing behind Faith was that you got a lot of life regen. Does that apply to the God Hand, or do you need to infuse it? Or it's been a while since I've played Demon Souls. Maybe if I can find out how to record on my PlayStation or stream on my PlayStation, if I can get that figured out, maybe we'll do some Demon Souls runs. Probably not a Faith run of that one. Does he sell white Titanite chunks? No, just green Titanite shards. And I don't remember them being light infusion. Damn. Because I know they had Faith scaling. But I was gonna say, they probably were like the Moonlight, or the large sort of Moonlight, where it's Faith, but it doesn't get the Faith mechanic. Which is a bummer. Network connection has been lost. Returning to main menu. Ooh, please don't tell me my internet just went out. Doesn't look like it. Oh wait, today's Tuesday. It could be Steam maintenance. Is it Steam maintenance hours right now? Okay, yeah, I just checked. It's Steam. Yes, it's Steam's down for routine maintenance right now. Ooh, I was gonna say I wanted to try and get at least 2 hours in today. On the upside, we're not gonna get invaded. Exclusively a positive for Dark Souls 2, for Dark Souls 1 for me. Black Eye Orb quivering, yep. Dark Souls 2 and Elden Ring. Pretty happy to do invasions. I just don't know all the tech, like the shield, like, pounding and backstab locking, or... I don't know if that is tech, but that guy's kick seemed to... Oh, that's not enough damage to finish you. He's literally got like 1 HP left. That's sad. Pop this off. Us getting Sunlight Blade wouldn't actually matter too much for Ornstein and Smo, I just realized, because they both got pretty crazy lightning defense. Elden Ring most of the time is blood projectile spam. I don't know, most of the time I was invaded last time I played Elden Ring. I came across a good mix of build. There is people who just like to Rivers of Blood you, or stick with, like you said, the blood projectile spams, the Swarm of Flies, but... I guess I have an easier time dealing with that than I do with Dark Souls 1 PvP mechanics. I've never been too good at that. Alright, bring it on, Lautrec.
I thought you were wiser. But I thought wrong. It's a terrible pity. Like a moth flittering towards a flame. You fellows, no? Don't you agree?
Oh! I didn't realize he could parry you. There we go. Want to make sure I get all of them, because I think you get more souls if you do all of them. Oh my god. There we go. Let's get you Solaire. And then we will be at 7 sunlight metals, which means that we should only have to do a few maggots. I thought that was a projectile. But that's the projectile. Told Mr. Cheesecake that we would see if we can do ones, if we could do snow with the armor. So we'll try to at least collect it. Did I not summon Solaire, or? I mean, I don't care if he's not. I mean, I'm not bothered by him not being here for reasons of, like, I want to use summons, but I do want my sunlight medal. Oh. I think the game canceled my summon of him. There we go. There we go. Ornstein down, snow next. Not mean to skip that. Oh! Okay. Oh, we did not die there. But his lightning resistance isn't as high as Ornstein's, but I'm kind of curious to see. The hammer is going to get in the way very much. Way. Oh, no, yeah, it's way lower than Smo's. Oh, that just one-shots me. Damn. Okay. Get in there. Hopefully with Solaire this time, so that we can get our sunlight medal. Oh, come on. Never fucked up that jump like that before. was gonna say, if I do it again. To make a Tanger song reference. Died to that duo in a while. You gonna try to fight them? God damn it. I really like the fact that this weapon has a light attack that combos into a heavy attack. I feel like that doesn't come up a lot in Souls games, but the fact that you can do that just feels good to me. I think this heals him too. Oh, damn, they're ganging up on Solaire. They have him actually cornered. Get off of him, bro. Ooh. That fucking hurt. Ooh, he did the weird animation bug thing. That's gonna make me go through with my healer. Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised that the lightning spears do so much damage to Smile. Because I thought after he consumed Ornstein that his lightning resistance became the same as Ornstein's. And I know Ornstein's lightning resist is crazy high. Now we're in melee. Means we need to be really careful. Probably keep this shield ready. What's the lightning block on the shield? 45? Does Solaire have to live for us to get the sunlight medal? I don't think he does. We'll find out, because Solaire just died. Glory, brother. Damn, Solaire does have to live for that. That's alright. They have a decent drop chance, and we have the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring and more than 10 humanity on this character, so... And Chaos Maggots aren't exactly a hard enemy to vanquish.
Thou hast journeyed far and overcome much, chosen undead. Come hither, child.
Does it not let you skip that dialogue?
Chosen undead, I, daughter,
Okay. Ooh.
and beseech that.
We don't get anything important for joining the Covenant. Okay, I deleted nearly 600 images of my PC. It's good to delete all art.
Now thou shalt.
Ring of the Sun's Firstborn just gives us... Wait. Ring of the Sun Princess, that's what it is. That just gives us... Oh my god. We forgot to get the Fair Lady's bonfire. Yes, it was. A force. He's gonna go down to Blighttown. Revive the Firekeeper. Go. Okay, should be gone. Next upgrades are going to be... Wait, to do the... We haven't offered any Sunlight medals to the Champions of Sunlight, right? Because we need the shortcut to do the Chaos Maggots right now. Yeah, we're at rank 0. Cool. Alright, yeah. Well, then us abandoning the Covenant doesn't offer us any penalties. So it's not a problem that we need to join the Witch. Question is, do we have enough humanity? No. Okay. So we are going to want to go to the depths and do some rat humanity farming. I'd just pop all these. Pop these. Put on the gold serpent ring. Or actually, can we put that in place of our Havel's ring with this gear? And still, no, we have to go to fat roll then. Alright, well then we'll put on this one. We should be able to use this. You can technically skip all that and just get the Pyro Hand and Poison Fog. How does the Pyro Hand and Poison Fog... Is the maggot that infects Slayer can be poisoned through the door? Oh, no. I'm trying to... They have... All the ones other than the Sunlight Maggot have a 6% chance to drop Sunlight Metals. And so I'm trying to get the ones other than... Solar, other than the Sunlight one is ASAP. I will get the Sunlight one while I'm down there, though, just so the boy can... just so our boy can live, but... Didn't know that you could skip the shortcut with Poison Fog, though. That's news to me. I'll be sure to keep that in mind for future runs. Is there like a specific angle you need to hit, or... 'Cause I've never heard of that being a thing you could do. Would have saved me a lot of time in my Thestis and Pyromancy only run. You can't unlock this shortcut, but you don't need to spend the 30 humanity. Yeah. That's all the main rats, so... Like, right in front of the door usually does the trick. That's so sick! Flip homeward. Whip Unmet Force. Back down to the depths. I'll make sure to actually rest to that bonfire. I've gone this whole time without knowing that you can skip doing the shortcut for saving Solaire. Does that make you unable to get the Sunlight Maggot item that you can wear on your head, like the helmet? Not that that's like a major thing that you need to do. Just curious. Or is it like most NPC items where, oh my god, where if you don't pick it up, it kind of just stays there? Maggot should be dead in the spot with the item on it. Yeah. Well, Army, that's tech I'm going to bring forward in all my future Dark Souls 1 runs. Other than Faith ones, because in this case I actually do want the shortcut so that I can grind out Sunlight Metals, but in so many other runs that'll save me this whole humanity grind that I'm doing right here. How much are we at? 2, so that's 27, so we just need 3 more. There's 1. Less luck that time, but all good. As long as we're getting at least one, I'm happy. Well, after this, actually, we have a few more to go because we're going to want 10 humanity post-shortcut. Increase our odds of getting the sunlight medals. It's actually closer to 11 more to go. Oh. None that time. Quick restroom run and then we'll keep on farming until we get the humanity we need. Okay, we're back. Let's get back to slaying some rats. Like we're doing the starter quest in an RPG. That doesn't look first. Nice. That force does way better damage than I remembered it doing. So this puts us at 30. We'll do like 3 or 4 more runs and then see if we have a decent amount of humanity for the drop rate increases. Ah, Jesus. Okay. Really? No drops at all? Oh wait, I'm missing out on rats. There's one more rat we can be getting per run. Or is it 2? I don't remember if both of these happen. It is both. The rate in which we slay rats has increased. Two, nice. You dropped one, so that's 3 this run. Saw a semblance on his tail. Oh no. The combos the rats got are crazy. Alright, we'll do one more run through. And then we'll swing by the moss lady. Pick up some moth and some not moth, moss and some humanity. Nice. It's so weird to me that the rats have the highest drop chance of humanity. Other than the actual... Correct me if I'm wrong, the actual humanities in the Artorias of the Abyss DLC definitely has a higher drop rate than the rats, right? That just makes sense, right? I mean, from my perspective, it should be the humanities followed by all the, like, more humanoid undead, I guess. I guess, no, they're hollows because they're replete of humanity. I don't know, is there a lore implication that anybody knows of as to why rats carry so much humanity? Okay. Go up to Firelink. Go talk to Crazy Moss Lady. And then go and, head down to Blighttown so we can get to the Fair Lady, open up the shortcut. Kill the sunlight maggots. Get this rat on the way, because he might drop one. Ah. Oh, she just sells one? Or did I buy all the other ones beforehand? Pick up 2 transient curses. And like 5 moss. 5 of these. We didn't actually rest at the Firelink one, so that'll take us back to the depths. So let's not do that. Then we'll get access to Great Lightning Spear through the Chaos Maggots. After we get Great Lightning Spear, then our next goal will be going to save Rhea from the Catacombs, so that we can buy out her stock, get the rest of the good miracles, and then get the Ivory Talisman that she has, because that'll be the best talisman we can use. So I don't think there's going to be a good way for us to get the Dark Moon Talisman. Unless I'm wrong, if there's a like reliable and consistent farm for the tokens you need for that one, let me know. Whatever the tokens are called. I think it's funny how easy it is to sequence break in this game, like to go through the unintended routes. So I got the master key for my first complete run of Dark Souls 1. And so my first time getting to Blighttown was like this. So when I learned that there's an actual, like, the depths route that you can take, and that people were referring to it as, like, the, like, intended route, like, oh yeah, you can skip your way down there by using the master key, and I was like, isn't that just how you get down here? I think that's something I really like about this game. Let's go get that shortcut opened. And actually make our way down there and get the sunlight metals out of the way. I think we have to fight knockoff Fire Sage Demon, knockoff Asylum Demon, to get to it. And then after we grind out our sunlight metals, we will probably call that for the stream. Yeah, thanks for all the knowledge and tech, Army Productions. So we'll have almost maxed out. Should be rank +2 now. Yep. Step the bonfire. Point in endurance. And let's go get that sunlight metal farm. It's, oh my god, that lava does such crazy damage in this game. It was weird because I was getting the chests in the Old Iron King area in Dark Souls 2, And with the amount of fire resistance you can stack up in Dark Souls 2, you can become practically immune, it feels like, to any of the lava damage of the, like, molten rocks that you stand on. But not in this one, bro. You get hit, you're getting... You step in that lava and you're, like, cooking. Let's give us 398 instead of 410. Not awful. Woo! Oh my god, that did hit us. I was gonna say, that almost hit us. No, that fucking did. Does anybody know the numbers? Is the Dark Moon Talisman better than the Ivory Talisman? And does the Dark Moon get a debuff because you're not part of the Covenant? In other terms, is it worth going through the effort of grinding up the Dark Moon Talisman for damage comparatively to the Ivory Talisman? And if it is, if you think it is, then is there any way to grind out the 10 souvenirs of reprisal, or the 9 souvenirs of reprisal I'll need, other than just PvPing through the Dark Moon? Which I think should be doable if we do have to go that route, and it is worth it, because invasions aren't too infrequent in this game. It's just we wouldn't be able to do it right now. Because Steam's online services are down. You get the Dark Moon Blade, which is a pretty solid buff. Yeah, but I know that the Dark Moon Blade requires you to be in the Covenant. The ears are dropped by the Crow Woman. Oh! Got it. Well, then I guess I will, after stream today, check the numbers between the Ivory Talisman and the Dark Moon Talisman. I know you get Dark Moon Blade, and Dark Moon Blade's good, but I know that you can't have Dark Moon Blade and Sunlight Blade, and I'd rather have the one that gives me a lightning buff than the one that gives me a magic buff. I don't know which one is, like, by the numbers better, but as far as I know, lightning is, like, the least resisted thing in Dark Souls 1. And I just did a mage playthrough, and I know it's not the same thing, but I'd rather do a different damage type than I did last playthrough. Once again, thanks for the wealth of advice and knowledge on Dark Souls 1 that you have. I hate these guys. Oh my god, that damage. I'm not even going to try to kill these guys right now. Yeah, Crowman in the Painted World is not a bad fight. Especially since there's so many of them. That platinum was gotten for a reason. So thanks for sharing your knowledge with me. It's much more interesting than just... hold on, guys. Let me pause and Google it. What a hideous bug. No, for real. I hate these things so much. It is because of my Cestus only challenge run that I did, where, I say Cestus only. Did allow pyromancies early on until I realized until I remembered how busted pyromancies were. So there's part of the run that is a bit more, I guess, cheapy and, like, less in the spirit of the run, but casual grit's a great X. Oh, and a great machete. Oh my god. Well, hopefully that didn't eat all of... I don't want to talk about if I put down the Lord Vessel. I may or may not have gotten so caught up planning what I was gonna do ahead that I forgot that you have to place the Lord Vessel. Legit embarrassing. I know, and on top of that, I got the great machete and the great axe in one run, which has me worried. So my last 3 runs, I did a Dark Wraith, which means I needed to get the Lord Vessel, and then I was wondering why Kirk didn't invade you on that bridge. Do I punch him? Okay. I haven't done the, like, regular version of the quest line in forever. I'm used to having to go fight Lord King. I'm at 4 Kings for this. Okay. Warp to Daughter of Chaos. Now we go and do all that. You can also hit him. No weapon in the game does enough damage to kill that dude. Good to know. You can tell it's been a while since I've done the cramped side of things. I usually go out of my way to do the Koth way of things so that I can get the Dark Wraith armor, because it's edgy and I like it. Okay, now that it is... Please stop dropping. Dark Souls 1 run, but you can only edgelord walk with the Dark Wraith. Have to play through the whole game like this. I think that could actually be a funny challenge run. I would just need, I think the only issue would be finding a mod. Unless, can you just turn on walk mode? Can you walk on... I don't want to play keyboard and mouse. I don't know, is there a way to turn only walk on in-game? Black Knight weapons are some of the best in the game, yeah. Which I think is the justification behind them being one-time drops until you get to Gwyn. In Dark Souls 2 there is. Damn, they didn't have that in Dark Souls 1 though. I'll scour online. Maybe we can find a mod and that'd be like a funny sort of challenge run to do. Ooh, that fucking hurts. Did the goat drop a third one? Please don't tell me I got 3. Oh god fucking damn it. Please don't let this eat all of my luck that I need to get the sunlight medals. Have I played this game before? Yeah, I've played Dark Souls 1, 2, and I've played Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 before. I recently did a mage run of Dark Souls 1. And it made me remember that my first playthrough of the whole series of Dark Souls 1 and 2 were faith runs. But that I hadn't done a faith run of Dark Souls 1 in forever, and I've kind of felt nostalgic and wanted to go back and re-experience it the way that I did the first time. But also, that I might as well do that with the whole series, because I realized I didn't do a Faith run of Dark Souls 3 because I got too distracted by the Abyss Watcher sword. So I actually don't know how Faith is in that game, and I wanted to give it another spin, so I figured why not turn it into a whole series retrospective playthrough. Average capper strategy of just drop... Yeah. Bro. He's gonna... Yeah, my drop well is spiked now. Forever to farm out. I mean, what's the drop chance on the machetes? Compared to, like, the, He has a stagger animation? Yeah, on the, great machetes compared to the fucking... Yeah, compared to the humanity. Can the Capra Demon is I think probably 50%. Oh, okay. But we don't have to fight Demon Fire Sage yet. Nice. We probably should though. I just realized so that we can... We'll do it this way. We'll go and clear that out. Metal's either 5% or 12 to 15. Okay. I was gonna say, I imagine, I wanted to say it's originally 5, and I don't know how much the percentage increase is for... Oh, you don't even need the fucking shortcut to get the... I didn't realize there was chaos bugs in front of the door. Is that typical? Bro, no wonder JD had to ask if I played this game before. I have played this game before, but I sure as hell play it like I haven't. Oh my lord. Didn't have to go through all that. Well, we got the sunlight maggot. I was open this door the other way. It's more bugs when you open the door, yeah. It's still beneficial, just not as mandatory as I thought. I don't know what type of Titanite you drop. Green shards, twinkling. Alright. No sunlight metals that run. We'll go kill Demon Fire Sage. Don't like wasting human. Oh, one sunlight metal. The door opens from the other side if you don't have the... Even if you don't have the shortcut from the Chaos Slate? Every single time I replay through a Souls game, especially since I've started streaming it, I feel like I learned something new. You guys have taught me so much about this game. Yeah, Army Productions was talking about how you can poison it through the doorway, which is cool. And then you're telling me that you can open it from the other side even if you don't have the... Something I kind of realized, do the twinkling bugs basically just give you their gem, or like does the character pull out the gem? I'd imagine the character just pulls it out. That does open from the other side. I did not know that. I thought to open it either way you needed to... Dang. Y'all are hella knowledgeable. Well, big thanks to you guys for tuning in and sharing it. If you can make it by the Titanite Demon. That one always felt like I mean, that one respawns. No wonder the later ones became a C4 and rock versions. Yeah. Oh no, don't. I knew he was gonna fucking do that. Okay, we got out of range of it. It was really funny seeing somebody on our first... Or not on our first day, it was when we fought Stray Demon, so on, I think, part 2. Somebody popped in chat and just realized that the Erdtree avatars have the moveset of the Dark Souls 1 Asylum Demon enemies. And the same, like, shape and similar model. I don't know if that Titanite Demon is the only one that responds. I was gonna say, I was gonna say that one's an error respawn, right? Because that one always felt harder to me, so I couldn't tell if it was intentional. Of course, come on. No, no! Please, please. Okay. That's like the #1 move that I've died to from Asylum Demon. It's Catalyst. I thought there was a bonfire here. Is the closest bonfire the Fair Lady? 'Cause I don't mind if that's what it is, but yeah, it looks like that's the way it is. Damn, yeah, future runs, if I'm not using Pyromancy, absolutely no reason to Fair Lady. That one's just damaging. Mostly because, yeah. Yeah, friend, I have one of my friends is actually a big Lost Izalith fan, and I can't tell if it's because she wants to be a contrarian and like have people go like, "Oh my God, you like Lost Izalith," or because she genuinely likes Lost Izalith. But I think it's nice that everyone that you know, there's at least one person out there that appreciates each area. I don't use Fair Lady in general, just 4K and a Firekeep will soul for me most of the time. Well, now that I know that the shortcuts opens from the other end, and there's Chaos Maggots in front of the door, To be fair, I genuinely like Bed of Chaos. Damn. And I thought I had Dark Souls hot takes. I'll see if I like it if I manage to pull off the, I think I'll like it a bit more if I learn to and successfully manage to pull off the bow firebomb strat. You want to become human for the centipedes so Solaire gives you more medals? Oh yeah, that'll be one more that we can do. I'm gonna run this chaos the chaos maggot one first, just because I forgot to do that. But there's an easy way to kill Bed of Chaos. Is it the are you speaking of the bow firebomb strat? Because I do want to learn to get that down. I just always fuck up the aiming. And then she starts spamming the chaos fire on the ground. Let's see how Centipede Demon goes, though, because that one always gives me trouble, too. Also a bonfire in front of the centipede, so you don't need to take the elevator. No, another one. Okay. Yeah, I'm more than happy to hear it out, because anything that can make the Bed of Chaos easier for me, something that'll make Natstrap happy. Alright, well, we are only one Sunlight Metal off, so let's just go kill the Centipede Demon. Not Kindle. First Hollowing. Kill the thing from Night Rain. Will do. Oh my god, bonfire down here too. Yeah, you were right. Dude, I'm spacing. Kill glob on the right side first. Save, quit, enter fog gate. Stay close to wall. Use bow on other globs. Save, quit. That sounds a lot more guaranteed than I'm used to. Well, yeah, I'll give that a spin. I did make sure we had enough decks for a bow. Solaire. Let's hopefully not die to this guy who always gives me a hard time. Unironically, can't wait for future generations to play that over Dark Souls 1 and such and such. Oh yeah, I'm used to. I've gotten used to that, not because of Yu-Gi-Oh, but because hearing kids say, "Oh, that's such and such from Fortnite," because of how many crossovers they've had in that. And I'm like, no, they not a Fortnite original character. God. That doesn't have a hitbox, does it? I hate this boss fight. Peter Griffin from the Fort game. No, for real. I forgot what he does there. Okay. So much camera shake. Where did the tail cut? There we go. First try. We don't have the silver serpent ring, do we? No, we don't. Now we get our last sunlight medal that we need, right? 10. There we go. We're on the orange shard ring. I was there when the beta of that game launched, and I'm one of the OGs and still never played it. I remember hearing about it when it was in beta, but yeah, never really gave it a spin. Enter fog gate and go where bricks stick out. Drop down on branch to go in center to kill maggot. Talk to Slayer to progress quest line.
After all. What? After all.
Let me check the magic adjust of the ivory talisman versus the dark moon talisman. See what our next plan is. $234 with A scaling and faith. Compared to 240 with A scaling and strength. So if I did like a Dark Souls character planner. But I'm not really someone that likes shooters in general. I don't know. I tend to... I'm sort of wishy-washy when it comes to shooters, because sometimes I get really, really into shooters. Though most of the shooters that I enjoy tend to be third-person shooters over first-person shooters, which means that that would be more up my alley, but I don't know. I just don't like the mechanics too much. I guess I just like hero shooters more, or PvE shooters. Like our end faith goal. Oh, it does not like me doing this. I'm gonna pull this up on my computer while we're streaming. I'm gonna go quiet for a little bit, but I am still here. Now we kill Slayer because his stuff is better for faith builds. I don't know, isn't his talisman the exact same stat-wise as the ivory one? Or am I mixing things up? According to Ivory versus Sunlight. Does website not show the... Oh. 221. Yeah, Ivory and Sunlight are the exact same. So what about Ivory versus Darkmoon at these higher ones? Grind for 6 extra magic adjust. Yeah, I'll just wait for the, I'll just wait for the frickin' Ivory Talisman rather than trying that out. So in that case, let's head to the Sunlight Altar, rejoin that covenant, because we won't be joining the Blades of the Dark Moon. Because you lose access to the miracles of the Dark Moon after you leave it, right? Dark Moon Blade requires you to be part of the covenant. Yeah. We'll join this. Join Covenant. And to give... offer Sunlight Medals. 10. Give this Great Lightning Spear. Nice. Two magic. Okay, spear only takes one slot and has 10 uses. Nice. Well, the next up will be... How many green Titanite chunks do we have? Kill Sunbro? What? Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm not willing to kill the Sunbro. Let's go to the parish and make a divine club to deal with the Sketons better. One of the spears is locked behind Trading Wind's Soul. Yeah, I'm not too big of a fan of that. I like it better in the other games where even late game you can get it. Kill the jerk in Firelink. Oh, the crystal. Do I not have a club?
I'll be seeing you.
Oh, I can enforce that. Nah, we'll just use the sword. We'll see how it handles the skeletons there. The Mace's club, yeah. But isn't the club stronger than the mace, on average?
Oh, Zira, you have some nerve. I may be crestfallen, but I'm not defenseless. Not too funny.
Also, Dark Club you get in Anor Londo can be changed into a Holy Club. Did I forget to grab that? Oh wait, no, I didn't get that because the occult club is inside of the mimic. Correct. And I got killed by an invader right after. Yeah. I just got invaded in an unfortunate time. How well does Big Sword handle? Did I kill Lautrec? Nah, but I killed him in Anor Londo. Roids ruin everything like always. Well, luckily the sword's strong enough that it seems to be handling the skeletons fine. I killed Lautrec and Anor Londo. I didn't kill him beforehand. Largely because I like this armor set. I don't know if we'll swap to something more armory later on, but I wouldn't be against the idea. I hit this one. Dude, so we're all Zweihander haters in here, huh? I didn't realize that my my Souls community, the Souls members that I attract, are part of the Zweihander hate club, which is fine because I'm not too big on the Zweihander either. But I think there were this many of us. I heard people recommend the Zweihander. Oh my god. Great Lightning Spear is huge! A lot of people were recommending the Zweihander when I was looking into, like, good weapons to make Divine. I don't know, I tried out the moveset, and yeah, I'm not a fan of it at all. Or like I take it in my hands and throw it in the trash. There's a jump skip straight to Pinwheel. Doesn't that also take you to Paladin Leroy? By jumping down that way? I don't think there's anything we need from around here other than white Titanite chunks. I also like the Gravelord's Great Sword. I'll have to... I haven't used it too much, but I really like the design. Maybe one of these... Maybe one of the next runs I do should be a... Might need the Dark Moon Ring. Oh, okay. Isn't that from might be mixing things up, but isn't that from Tomb of the Giants instead of this catacomb area? Used it my first run, it's okay. Scimitar. Skull Lantern. I thought that you had to go into the pit with that Patches kicks you into to get the Skull Lantern. Has that always just been a rare drop for them? One floor below a grave. Okay. Well then, from the sound of things, there is some white Titanite chunks we can get here, and... Don't need that ring, just kill the princess anyway. What enemy do we need to kill for white Titanite chunks? funny Lucerne story. I was supposed to run with it and then got the Black Knight axe, so yeah, I wonder what I got. Wheel Servants and Tomb of the Giants. Bit. Bone Towers drop it. Vagrants drop it. Okay. Why do you need the lantern when you have the sunlight maggot? Oh, I don't need it. I just thought it was interesting that it dropped because I didn't think it could drop there. Not planning on utilizing it, mind. Did not mean to launch that down. Kill the princess, you can fight Gwendolyn without the ring. Okay. Ooh. Down here. Ooh. Down here's the, I did not mean to, of course. That's the scythe. Down there's the skeleton blacksmith, right? Does he sell any white titanite chunks? No, he does not. Okay. Well, then we don't really have a reason to go down there. So, what we do need to do is fix that bridge so that we can do the pinwheels should drop it though. Okay. So mostly just from Tomb of the Giants. Oh wait, that bridge is controlled from where Patches is. That's what it is. Patches spot, and then I know that the jump skip to pinwheel I think is jumping off of the bridge. Right, it's down onto that one. My bad video game memory seems to be of benefit to me in the process of streaming, because then I actually do end up needing help from y'all. I always take out Patches. The drop to skip to pinwheel is like this. Yeah, and then down there where that guy's summon sign is. It's like that. Hey there, buddy. Let's take Leroy, because why the hell not? Not like pinwheel's gonna give us a hard time either way. Scythe is usually down here, which is my favorite weapon in the game. Leroy strong, Leroy might. Leroy can take the wheels. Type that out like Gavlan in Dark Souls 2. I should do a Brave Scythe run sometime. I've heard nothing but good things about it, but I never actually gave it a fair spin. And I imagine I'd like it because I tend to like ooh. Want me to die to pinwheel. Easiest boss in the whole game. What mask do we get? What mask do you guys think we got? The stream's just a little bit behind, so there might be just a teensy delay here, probably like 10 seconds, but yeah, what mask we thinking, guys? Father, mother, or son? Or child? Son? Mask of the Father? Alright. Well, let's see which of you two's right. Or if neither of you are right, I'll go with mother then. Points goes to JD. Which is crazy because I remember for the longest time I wanted to try out the Giant Dad build because everybody online talked about how Giant Dad was so good. And I'd always come down here and he would never drop the Mask of the Father for me. Which ended up being the right thing because I do not like this Y-hander. But, you know. Let's throw the maggot on. Ah, the worst one. Definitely think Sun is the best one. Because of the... You can never go wrong with more stamina regen. Masks from Patches. Does Patches only become a merchant after Nito? Another crazy thing I always do down here at starting level to get the silver ring and the skull lantern for the fog ring. Yeah, I didn't know the skull lantern could drop from the standard necromancers. I thought it had to be the one from the pit. So, interesting to know. Does Patches have anything that we'd want to sell? Want to buy, other than the Crescent Axe? Oh, we could get the masks. We could get the masks. Alright. Patches lives today. I do want to try out the Crescent Axe, though, because I know that's another one of the faith weapons of the game.
Yeah, it's a stash. I found it. I owe you for all that. Well, go on.
Never mind, he's not going to be a merchant now. I panicked and,
There.
I don't think he can become a merchant now because I forgot what he asks there and told him I was a cleric. Oh. Go kill these two. That's one down. Save quit, it will reset. Wait, what do you mean save quit? Like if I save quit right now, he'll be chill? I don't know if I took too long, but I mean, it's worth a shot. Let's go up and see if Patches is a hater now. You'll be able to answer him again. Oh, God! Okay, nope. Oh. Oh, damn. At least we got the main thing I wanted, which was the Crescent Axe, but still would have been nice to get, you know, everything else. Falling down this doesn't kill you, right? Do we have any prism stones to check? No. Okay. Oh, you have to save quit before you kill them? Okay. Make the Crescent Axe run as well. Well, damn, no elite cleric except for us, but what can you do? More white Titanite chunks, nice. I think Crescent Axe is a twinkling Titanite weapon, so luckily it shouldn't drain our main resources. It is always the engine. I feel like I'd most certainly fail the vigor check right now. Also, once you back up, you want to kill the third cleric dude or it kills your miracles. Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yeah, let's go back to Firelink and kill Petrus. Thank you for reminding me of that. I'd actually entirely spaced that that was a thing. Oh my god. Does killing Petrus at this point
Me? I've scut. Where could
so yeah, now. Kill him.
you
Piece of shit. Now, Rhea should be inside of the Undead Parish. They sell the coins to Framp. They sell pretty well. I've always wondered what you can do with them. So yeah, I'll give them to Framp next time or when we head back there. She should be here now, right? Yeah. Let's go ahead and pop these souls.
Hello. I'm full. In case I only but if I would be most pleased if that made
They're just stellables. Good to know. Wrath of the Gods, Seek Guidance, Magic Barrier, Great Heal, Force, Onward, Great Heal Excerpt.
then be safe.
Let's buy her out so that we can go ahead and get the Ivory one.
What a miracle I would make. Vince and Nico would then be safe.
Bought her out of everything. Now she should reappear in the Duke's archives.
Well, hello. You seem to be neat.
Get that. And then... oh yeah, we can't upgrade that anymore until we get the large Divine Ember. And the very large Ember. The large Divine Ember is in... what is it? Tomb of the Giants in the room with the stupid amount of, big skeletons. And then the very large Ember is in, the new Londo area, right?
Don't get your
No grass crush. Oh my god! Thank you! Yeah, let's go get our grass crush shield. I'm so scatterbrained. Tomb of the Giants is the right side of to the right side of the bonfire. Crown of Dusk doesn't work for miracles, right? It's just the Ring of the Sun's Firstborn that affects miracles. No, inkling, right? Nice. We have the stats for it, right? 18 strength for one-handing. No, but Gwendolyn's set is basically Crown of Dusk. Okay. Then let's go get the Grass Crest. Following Grass Crest, we can go take out Guinevere, fight Gwendolyn. Oh, let's get the covetous Silver Serpent Ring too before we... Oh shit, forgot about you. Blue Titanite chunk. Grass Crest shield, thank you. Let's get our stamina regen. Also gonna run up and buy the bird farm. If only it was a farm. Go by the bottomless box so we can clean up our inventory and do some inventory management. And then probably get the DLC set up. Since we're already so close to that area. Go kill the Hydra if we can. I think we should be strong enough to kill the Hydra. Go kill Gwendolyn. Buy his armor set. Oh, covetous Silver Serpent Ring. What? Woo! I'm so I'm so scatterbrained. What was that jump? You're up. Sorry, those are my kicks. I don't think there's anything else we want from him.
Oh, I come back.
I haven't actually used the Uchi katana either, so I don't know what the katana movesets are like in this game. Might as well see how it feels. Before Hydra, bottomless box is so useless the more you think about it. I don't know, I swap a lot of items out, so I tend to like it because I also don't like to throw items away. So for hoarders like me, I think it's pretty what the fuck? It's pretty good. Give that. I usually sell it. Are we using? Okay, we are using the better one. Crescent Axe +4. Warp to Tomb of the Giants. The Covetous. Covetous Silver Serpent Ring is next. So... So right of the bonfire? Assuming this way. Is this it, or is this where the... Yeah, this is where the ember is. I don't understand what the devs were thinking when they designed this room. Oh no. Yeah, oh my god. Room of fun. Suppose that depends on your definition of fun. Are you implying the second half of this game was rushed beyond belief? I know, but there's some areas that feel rushed, and then there's other areas that, I don't know, that feel more rushed than others to me. Like, these parts of Tomb of the Giants feel like I get where they were going design-wise. Like, dark, kind of a little mazy. But this room with the very large Divine Ember is actually just like, alright, what the fuck do you guys want me to do? Like... You know what? Let's just try and, run. Oh my god. Alright. This might take a few attempts. I was able to do this in my last run, just using soul arrows on everybody from above, but the lightning spears keep colliding with the roof. I usually arrow all of them and then plunge and hope damage is enough. How many arrows do I have? Try wrap? Oh my god, you're right. I literally bought a miracle, and then I haven't been using it at all. The gods requires 28. Nice. Let's replace heal with that. Wrath of God is really good, so... Also, emit force. Yeah, we could try some emit force blasts for some early damage. before we drop down and hit him with a Wrath of God. This one, I feel like, has a better chance of actually hitting them. The only hard part is aiming it and making sure we don't fall off. Ah, fuck. Wait, there was no... Oh, I just lost all my humanity. Wrath is better than anything else in this game. And then the covetous Silver Serpent Ring is close to the second bonfire. Okay. We're gonna be down here for a little while. I think we'll probably call it once we get this ember. Past the first dog skeleton where the archer is, you just drop down where he stands. Okay. No. We're not climbing the ladder, bro. Ah! I'm actually gonna crash out at this area, bro. The spirit was there, but the faith too low. This is so evil. This is the devs asking faith users to prove their faith is real. Okay. We got it. Doesn't really matter too much if we kill everyone and get out. Might as well try. Oh, never mind. Cool, we got it. Well, then I think we will call it there for today. We'll be back on Thursday, and on Thursday we will try to get the covetous Silver Serpent Ring. And then after that, if I remember, or if somebody reminds me, we will go and kill Gwendolyn. After Gwendolyn, we'll get his set, and then we will open up the DLC for the Hydra, and then it's to the Duke's archives so that we can get the best catalyst for us. But thank you to everyone who tuned in. This has been one of the most popular streams that I've had so far. So big thanks to everyone for watching. Hopefully this was fun for you. And you guys all have a great rest of your day.